this is where it all happens. Everybody say hello to Larry right there. Larry, show right. There we go. Main street of town, and all the people they gathered around the crowd like this. And he said, you know, I can teach you to believe. Believe is something that can't be bought. Believe is something that can't be taught. But if anyone can give me one thing I can have my very own, I swear. I can teach you to believe. They didn't listen to a word that he said. Hands and feet, they put him in the jail cell. We watched through windows, they built him a gallows. They hung down the rope from which he would swing. Belief is holy, it comes from on high. Belief will get you in the by and by. And if anyone can give you one thing I have, my very own, I swear, I can teach you to believe. Square, the crowd parted to let him through like he had the plague. He climbed up the steps, they put his neck in that rope, they put a bag on his head. He said, belief is something that comes from above.
I'm going to take the top one.
In the arms of love.
I would take that one. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I can teach you to believe. I teach you to believe. He said, I'll teach you to believe. The door swung down like an arrow, gravity instinct straight down that rope. He swung back and forth in a slow pendular arc. They cut his body down. They put his body in a box. They nailed on a lid. No stone marked the ground where they laid him down. But sometimes at night they can still hear him say, I will teach you to believe. Now, that winter, the townspeople slept sound in their little beds while the snow fell. Do you believe, Bobby?
Yes, we believe. Yes, we believe.
Do you believe? Springtime is a time of new beginnings, when the dark, cold earth of winter turns back to the living, and green shoots come up, and the key to that new life is water. That's right, Mandrake, water! The purity of our essence depends on the purity of our bodily fluids, and this spring was no exception. The clouds overhead got black and tight, and they knit together, and then they fell. The river rose up, it walked through the land. The dikes crumbled, the levee burst. The floodwaters washed away that whole town. I took them to believe. I took you to believe. He said, I took you to believe.
Yeah.
trunkless legs of sand stained on the stone in the desert, half sunk, a shattered vessel's eyes, whose wrinkled weapons near cold command, well those passions led, the hand that mocked and the heart that fed. Yum yum. And on the pedestal these words appear: my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look at my works, humanity and dismay. Beside me, through the colossal wreck, boundless and bare, alone and let the sea stretch far away. Upper Darby, give me the creeps. Upper Darby, give me the creeps. Give me the creeps. Upper Darby, give me the creeps. Upper Darby, give me the creeps. 2025, 5 stops. All time, faster than train. You'll never be faster than me. Oh, you're too small. You'll never be that small. You'll never be Charlotte. You'll never be Charlotte. You'll never be Charlotte at all. You're walking like Charlotte and thinking her walk. I think I hear Charlotte every time you talk, guy. When we were young and foolish, you always bring me ham. You were old and useless and you never bring me ham. Who wants the Broad Street Run medal? Oh my God, you have a Toynbee shirt. Oh, that's unbelievable. Holy crap, that is fantastic. It's lying on the sidewalk. I think of the midnight snacks you must have seen. There's an old refrigerator lying on the sidewalk. Your outside is white, your inside is out. Industrial and green. Cold coffee in the corner of the kitchen. You were so totally busy. You sustained us, you maintained us, you preserved us. Your time life kept the food alright, you kept the mold on, you kept the mold off. Oh, you were I'm standing on the corner and I'm looking for nose to the ground. I'm looking for Bob. Old hand pound, I'm looking for Bob. Look at what I found, I'm looking for Bob. Down on my knees, I'm begging for Bob. Hey, please, Mr. Please, I'm looking for Bob. I'm on the knees, so bring me the Bob. For the cheese, so bring me the Bob. Hey, Bob, hey, Bob, hey. For Bob, looking for Bob. Looking for Bob. Looking for Bob. Looking for Bob, hey. Looking for Bob, wow. Looking for Bob. Looking for Bob. Bob, hey.
Yeah.
Like, David Byrne never talks to me, you know? They say when Peter Green, who manages Led Zeppelin, came up to Bob Dylan and says, "Hello, I'm Peter Green, I manage Led Zeppelin." Bob Dylan said to him, "Yeah, man, I don't go telling you about my problems." And he won the Nobel Prize for sarcasm. I went to the barber. He sat me in a chair. He charged me $14. And it took about an hour. And when he was done, I heard a voice from above. It said, "On top of your head, you've got the haircut of love. You've got the haircut, the haircut, the haircut of love." Settle on me now, like the white wings of a dove. I look in the mirror. What do I see? I see the haircut of love, and it's staring back at me. I see the haircut. I see the cut. I see the haircut. I see the haircut of love. Twang me now. Hello there, boys and girls. That fella's name is Andy. He met a sweet young thing last night. She said her name was. They went in the back room where they fit like a glove. When they woke up the next morning, they had the haircut of love. They had the haircut of love. The haircut of love. Settle on me now, like the white wings of a dove. I look in the mirror. What do I see? I see the haircut of love, and it's staring back at me. I see the haircut. I see the haircut. We see the haircut. We have the haircut of love. Woo! All right, folks. Thanks for coming out. We got one more for you. What fabulous teeth get themselves only in the finest paste. And the floss was not too expensive, but no one had counted the waste. These teeth would just speak for themselves. A real smell situation. When you cannot accuse them of an action on account of their also electronic location. Never teeth in the east, teeth in the west. These teeth were back, and that's probably for the best. Teeth up in heaven, teeth down in hell. I don't know what these teeth were back, but probably just as well. These teeth that would just look at themselves, a real swell deal. All the time they could choose to chew, and all the feelings they could choose to feel. These were teeth in yellow, from years of constant abuse, from chewing up all kinds of things, and the caps and the crowns coming all heroes are a real tough road to hoe. But they could choose to chew it all alone. They could choose to hoe their teeth stained yellow from years of constant abuse, from chewing up all kinds of things that should not have been allowed to wander around loose. Team up in heaven, team up in hell. I don't know if I'm with these teams, probably just as well. Team up Rambo, team up positively beyond a shadow of doubt. One more time, give it up for
EDO.
P. Wilder, Todd Thomas, Terry Filthy Fingered Animal Chapayati Narrows Indians, and Andy Screech McConnell, and on keyboards, Todd Young.
Bring him out
We do
here.
have shit for sale. Go buy some shirts. Go buy some records. We have vinyl. We have some treats. Go sign the guest book.